Probiotics are a slippery slope when it comes
Yeah.
to the science. There are studies out there that show changes. There are studies that show they don't make any changes. I think it's there's so many strains of bacteria. There is no probiotic that this is the best bacteria. We
Mm.
can't even say that about like what makes a healthy gut microbiome. We do not have a definition for that. We don't have a definition for what dysbiosis is in the gut. Every disorder looks different. The gut microbiome changes so much. You can change your diet today, and in 24 hours, your gut will shift.
Wow.
And so it's constantly changing. I think the most important thing when it comes to probiotics is to understand that they're transient. So that means that while you're taking a probiotic, it is doing something. It can do something. It can be in the gut. We do see those bacteria there.
Mhm.
But when you stop taking a probiotic, they're not engrafted. So when you're not taking a probiotic, you don't see it in the stool anymore. So from
Mm.
that indication, it seems like it's not staying in the gut. It's not becoming really part of the gut microbiome. So I think that's an important thing. To say that it does or doesn't do anything, we're not there in the science yet. There's some really nice clinical trials that I think should be coming out soon that are going to talk. I mean, from my expertise, that we're seeing more of those for ASD, and we're seeing more clinical trials, and I think that's what we need to do to
Mm.
get a fuller understanding of like what does it mean when you are taking it, what is it actually doing? And what does it mean that it's not engrafting?
Mhm.
What is like, are you going to have to take them forever? Or do they stop working over a long period of time? And those are questions that, kind of aren't answered yet.
Mhm.
And I think that goes in hand with still learning about what the gut is doing and why it's important. Because, okay, so like that bacteria is, we know it does something and we know it's good. So let's add that in. Oh, but it's not actually shifting the gut. So what does that mean if you take someone else's gut microbiome that has that and it engrafts, it makes a change. Okay, so like what's the difference? Why is the same bacteria doing different things in different scenarios? And we're just not there yet.
Yeah.
And that's
Wow.
it's exciting but very difficult because there aren't clear answers. We can't say these are the 5 bacteria you need and it will solve these 5 problems.
Mhm.
But we do know diversity is important. And so it's what does that diversity look like? And then I think as we define more and more what it looks like for each disorder and what it looks like across the ages, because we see differences. People that live to 100 have a different gut microbiome. And so, okay,
Wow.
well, why is that important? And
Mhm.
so we're still learning about that, and we're still learning, understanding how environmental changes. The society doesn't look like it did 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So do our guts look different? And is that a good thing or a bad thing? So, you
Wow.
know, there's
Yeah.
lots to know.
There's a lot. There's a lot of things.